All right. We are live here on twitch.tv/Perry Von Vicious. Welcome everybody. Welcome, welcome. It is Wednesday night. That is Workshop Wednesdays. And this week we are continuing to work in the digital workshop as we work on designing our next series of POGs. This is the series that we designed over the weekend. The Perry Von Vicious POGs Series 1. That's Series 1 that we made there. But now we got to make something different. We got to make our series for Fresh Youngman of Rad Pro Rasslin, who looks an awful lot like me and wrestles an awful lot like me. Hey, Cody Brooks, welcome in, my friend. We are making our next series of POGs. This is the series that we created over the weekend. We got to make the POGs for Fresh Youngmans. So I have a few things ready to go here. A few little assets, if you will. I knew I needed some good pictures to work from. So that's where we're starting. Bloopy, La Bloopa in the house. La Bloopa de Raina. Welcome, my friend. All right, so what you're going to notice is I've made a copy of the Perry Pogs. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to lose that background. I'm going to lose the little Perry buddies. And I'm going to lose Series 1. Those things we can lose for now. What I want to do is we're going to stick with sort of a similar design here. And we are going to drop, because it needs to be lined up the same way for the printer. We're going to drop different images in here, then we're going to change some colors, change logos and background. Making the POGs for Fresh Youngman theoretically should be really fast. And then we can open Tinkercad and work on his Slammer. The initial print of the Perry Slammer, I really hope it can focus on that. Came out great. It's got my little wrestling buddy on it. The side is monster truck tire treads. Very pleased with that. Yeah, there it is. So that we have to make something similar for Fresh Youngman. Alan in the Northeast, welcome in, my friend. Welcome, welcome. Mr. Alan Nadu in the chat. And if things progress really quickly, if we fly through the Fresh Youngman stuff way too fast, right? Like if all of a sudden it's just done, we've got the Slammer, we've got the POGs, everything's ready to roll. We will go open the Fresh Youngman minifig and finish him up, because I'm very happy to say the Perry minifig, and again, I don't know how well it will focus on this, is complete. He is ready to go. He looks great next to the classic muscle Keshis from back in the day. Really fits the profile. Looks like he belongs in the set. And also equally important, because I do have this Sunday my vending machine should be delivered. I have the little grocery store vending machine Bubbles. And our boy, he fits in there real nice. That's going to be really great to have a vending machine full of minifigs. So, gonna really outfitting the merch table here. All right, so step one here is we're going to start replacing these images, and I'm going to do that. First, I want to. Well, we don't have to do that. We can come here. Yeah, I'm gonna start bringing over the pictures that I know I want to use. Like this Fresh Youngman picture is a must use. This is the story with this picture is actually pretty great. Look at that. Boom, boom. Didn't have to do nothing. Just dropped it right in. The story with this picture is pretty phenomenal. So I was talking with Max Smashmaster, who runs Rad Pro Rasslin. He knew I wanted to come in and work there. I wanted to be a funny character like he makes everyone do. When I was brand new in wrestling, my dream was to be a comedy masked wrestler for Chikara. And Chikara, of course, doesn't exist anymore, and it's even problematic to kind of talk about them now, unfortunately. But he knew that about me. And what he runs at Rad Pro Rasslin is very similar to that, where it's a comedy company where everyone has silly gimmicks. So he had told Troy Nelson, who is one of the announcers there, he's an announcer for Limitless Wrestling, that he wanted me to wrestle there, but he wanted me to be a character called Fresh Youngman, who would be a casual cyclist. He would be leading a group called Mount Extreme of extreme athletes, and he would be the only non-extreme athlete. So I am in a group there. I'm in a group there with two of the three members of the Lost Boys trios team. One wrestles as a kayaker, one wrestles as a mountain climber, and they are extreme athletes, and they do all kinds of flips and stuff in the ring. And then there's me, obviously the old man of the group, but I'm Fresh Youngman, and I'm the casual cyclist. That is my role. And I've rather enjoyed that role. I think it's a lot of fun. It's a goofy, very silly thing to do. All right, I also have this picture. This was taken backstage at the debut of Fresh Youngman, where we just happened. Now, here's what's funny about this picture. This bicycle, not my bicycle. Not anyone in the company's bicycle. The show we were at was at a brewery, and in the back, where we were getting changed for the show, we happened to see this bicycle with like super flat tires and stuff, so clearly no one's using it. We just happened to see it hung up on the wall. So I said, hey, someone help me get that down. We pulled it off the wall and I used it for my entrance. No one cared. No one was going to be upset. Yeah, random bicycle. That's how you get things done. That's how it's done. All right, let's see. Can I drop this in here? I should be able to, right? Come on. It worked before. It'll do it for that one. Why not this one? Oh, that could end up being tricky. All right, we are going to have to... Let's go to crop, and then I think I can just move it down, right? Yeah, there we go. Done. Beautiful. Beautiful. Now I just got to figure out how to do this one because it didn't want to drop in automatically. That's going to be a little bit of a pain. Yeah, so the story with this first picture down here, what was funny about that one was Troy Nelson stooged it out to me that he wanted me to do this character. I was going to be Fresh Youngman, the casual cyclist. And he said, do you have anything you could use for that gimmick, do you think? And I said, I definitely do. And he goes, cool, well, you know, if Smashmaster reaches out to you, let him know that you'd be down. And I was like, I can do one better. And real quick, I ran around and I gathered up the short shorts. Those are $5 women's running shorts from Walmart. I've had them for years. I threw on just casual sneakers with slightly high socks, a high-vis, easy-breathe shirt, helmet, sunglasses, and I grabbed the bike and a water bottle. Now, the look did eventually evolve to have cycling gloves, but this was what I threw together is spur of the moment. And when Max Smashmaster, how does he have a name like that? It's so hard to say. When Max Smashmaster messaged me to say, hey, would you do this gimmick? You would be a casual cyclist. That's the idea. I said, yep, got it already. And I sent him this picture. And it was a couple of minutes before he replied, and he said, I've been laughing ever since that picture arrived here. I couldn't type. My eyes were filled with tears. He couldn't believe that I already had a gimmick picture ready to go. Mighty proud of that one, guys. Mighty proud of that one. I gotta make a Fresh Youngman emote, huh? Like, probably, you know, some little, like a little emote of a guy in a bright yellow shirt on a bicycle. I don't know. We'll workshop it. All right, I have a few other pictures here. Oh, this is... So I got the one I think I probably want to use for the background. Because I think I need to be in the background. I'm thinking that this one... There we go. I'm thinking this one is one that works for the background. Like if it's up here or something, we do like a, we do something like that. We'll, you know, we'll move the logo over to here, probably. Something like that. I think that would be cool. And we just have to fill in the rest of the space, which, I mean, I hate to lean on AI for it, but it is a built-in thing in Canva. Now, this is something that Photoshop does too. Like all this stuff is sort of built in. It's just the magic expand, where it just kind of guesses to fill in space. It sort of just expands your picture, you know. This is bicycle, bicycle. You know, my rules for AI are pretty simple. I will not use it to make something whole cloth. I don't like the idea of it making an entire thing. I also don't like the idea of like altering something greatly, like just saying like, hey, turn this into a cartoon. I don't like that. What I don't mind as much is using it to fill in blank spaces and to do alterations on an image that I would never pay someone to do. That's my rule. My rule is that if the AI to do it didn't exist, I would just leave it looking like crap rather than pay someone to do it. Like if that's like the line, then I'm like, well, also it can't be like, it can't make a huge difference, if that makes sense, you know? I don't know about that. Yeah, that's true. And that part does bother me. Now, I do know that the AI used in things like Canva is not the same thing. It is not generative AI that is using incredible amounts of processing power. It's the kind of thing that your own computer could do on its own if you were offline. So, like, the fact that my computer can do it on its own, I feel like I'm not really hurting anything that way. You know, this is, again, this is a feature that's like built into Photoshop that you can do offline just using the software on your computer. So with it being about that level, I don't mind it as much. And honestly, like at that point, calling it AI is a little bit of a stretch because like technically we all use AI every single time we let our phone autocorrect something or we use spell check in Word. Like technically those are all forms of AI. But I often will end up not even using it. Like, I really hate how fucked up this is. Like, there's 2 seats on this bike. Like, that's weird. There's no pedals at all. I've got 1 foot that's like a flipper, it looks like. Like, all of these are gonna... Look at this one. Look at this. Look what my legs are doing. Look at this weird tire. Like, again, this is just the program guessing, like, oh, can I figure out what's supposed to be here? And no, it really can't. So we are not going to use that. Instead, what I think I want to do, we'll just remove the background, and then we'll do like a fade or something. You know what I mean? Yeah, well, exactly. It's, you know, colloquially, what we know as AI is very different from what would really like constitute an artificial intelligence. All right, I think we're looking pretty good here. Because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put like something in that sort of fades up here and covers it. Day Without Darkness, welcome in, welcome in. All right, so we got 2 of the pictures replaced. We got a background picture. Let's see, what other pictures do I have here? You know, the thing is, like, it was a little bit tough finding fresh Youngman photos because there's not that many of them. You know, Fresh Youngman has had 1, 2, 3, I think 5 matches. So there's not a ton of Fresh Youngman out there. Let's see, can I not drop into these? Come on. It'll let me drop into that one. How about this one? Come on. That's annoying. Well, it'll look good here. Fresh Youngman. Alright, let's take a look at his, probably... I wonder if we can shrink him at all. No, not really. We can't really move him side to side. Okay. That's alright. I don't mind it being cut off even. Like, that's not really an issue to me. Fresh Youngman. If I was going to Rad Pro and knew that I'd have taken pictures. Oh, you know, yeah. You know, the thing is, like, I just, Rad runs every 2 to 3 months, depending on what time of year. So, yeah, not a lot of opportunities there for Fresh to have a ton of matches. Now, I kind of... Okay.
Bobby, Al Yankovic blew his brains out in the late 80s after people stopped buying his records.
Soda Pop, welcome in. Gift and subs. Look at that. We are a mere seven. Well, I don't know why it says our sub goal is 99. It's supposed to be 100. We're seven subs away from the sub goal. Welcome. Thank you so much, Soda Pop. And I should remind everybody, we do have a new rule here on the stream. That if we reach a level 3 hype train in any stream, at the end of the stream, I will throw on a Perry lore video. We will, no cussing. If we hit a level 3 hype train at the end of the stream, I will pull up an old video. It could be an old match of mine from early in my career. It could be one of my old YouTube sketches when Perry Von Vicious was a rich snob, or maybe a YouTube sketch I did with Rip Bison. It could be a PVV vlog. We could watch one of my old vlog episodes. It could even be something from one of the old bands that I used to play in when I was still touring with bands. You know, there's a lot of things for me to pick from. So I always mention that to everyone, that if we hit a level 3 hype train, it happened on Monday, happened just a couple of days ago. So you never know. All right, let's see. So that is 3 of the 6 POGs. And in fact, what I want to do is I want to, just for the sake of ease, we're just going to do that. Yeah, we're just going to do that. And then we'll drop the next one in there. And I'm going to do the same thing here. Because for some reason, those top ones don't like to just... They don't like to just play along and play nice. There we go. Alright, so let's see, what other pictures do I have? A lot of the pictures I had to settle for are sort of like action shots. Like I kind of had to go in, some of them are just from, you know, fan pictures that were shared on Instagram. And then some of them I had to, some of them I had to get real creative. I had to take screen grabs from my matches. Alright, this is a good one. I like this one. That's going to go right there. Look at that. Fresh Youngman, big popular babyface, getting all the high fives from the fans. Ah, people love him. People love Fresh Youngman, the casual cyclist. He looks an awful lot like Perry Von Vicious, but he couldn't possibly be Perry Von Vicious because he was a young 20-something wrestler in our year 1997 here. And Perry, that math doesn't add up. Perry is 41 in the year 2026. So, couldn't be him. Couldn't be him. Now, it's possible we end up changing this. Let me see. I have one other thing I need to look at over in my drive. In my merch files, I have a Fresh Youngman 8x10 that I designed that is really goofy that we might have to put in the background here. What about time travel? Look, I know I've explained it on the stream before, but I'm going to say it again because it's worth mentioning since we're working on merch for my persona that I play at Rad Pro Rasslin. Let's I think I have a command. Yeah, check out Rad Pro Rasslin. The character I portray there, Fresh Youngman, the casual cyclist. Rad Pro Rasslin is a period piece wrestling company. They are in their 3rd year, I believe, and they started in 1994. And they move in real time. So every year at New Year's, it's a new year for them as well. So we have had Rad Pro Rasslin has had 1 show so far in 1997, which is this year to Rad Pro Rasslin. All right, let's see. Where is my fresh Youngman 8x10? It doesn't appear to be in my merch folder, but I know it's here somewhere. Let's just go ahead and search. Fresh. Interesting. Okay, could be over in my other drive. I know it's real exciting to watch someone just dig through their Google Drives on another screen. Hey, in '94, I was just a wee little lad as well. Actually, I think I would have been like 9 as well. I think I've been in the 4th grade. Let's see. It's gonna be in here somewhere. Youngman. Sean and Razor did have a banger ladder match. That's true. Getting worried I'm not going to find the particular piece of fresh Youngman merch that I'm looking for. It's possible it's in my email. Really hope it isn't. Well, let's go check. Might as well. Came all this way. I hope everyone's having a good Wednesday. Hope you're enjoying hanging out while I make some POGs of my B character here. Okay, that's not yet. That's not it either. Let's try this. It's not gonna be that one. It's gonna be this one. We're gonna find this fresh Youngman thing I'm looking for. Oh no way! Did the gift sub landed on Alan in the Northeast? Let's go! Oh, that's awesome! I didn't even notice that. I just saw a random one had gone out. Hell yeah! Alan in Northeast is an absolute OG on this channel. Like very much like early adopter, hanging out on the channel.
Not a coward? Would a coward have this?
What the hell is that?
These are my words, Mother. From Army. The seal is for marksmanship, and the gorilla is for sand racing.
Ha ha! Let's go. Let's go, Joey Nails. Welcome in. We're out here making POGs. We got to make Joey Nails POGs next. Yeah, gotta make this fresh Youngman merch. Gotta get paid. Guys, I have great news. Great news. The new mic and a bunch of the new equipment I ordered for the stream. Soda Pop with the 100 bits. Is it not gonna do? Is it not gonna do the? It didn't do the alert. I'm gonna put the alert up for you. Hang on. Give me 1 sec here. Cannot believe it didn't show you. Ooh, it did show us launching the hype train though. Guys, that's a level 1. We hit a level 3. We have to do a Perry lore drop at the end of the stream. All right, let's get these alerts up. I gotta throw an alert out for Soda Pop. Around here, you throw an alert and Twitch doesn't show it. We help you out. We send it. Soda Pop with the New Kids on the Block. And here's a belated Soda Pop. This was for the 100.
Stand right up. You gotta run to a window and say,
Hi, these floors are dirty as hell, and I'm not gonna take it anymore. Soda Pop and Joey Nails out here making it happen. We're up to a level 2, guys. We're up to a level 2. This could be a Perry lore day.
eBay has a Smokey and the Bandit Screaming Eagle Black Trans Am Hot Wheels still
Joey
in the
Nails.
blister pack. Hey, Buck,
Fuck.
can I borrow $400?
I've always loved that. Can I have $400? It's for a Hot Wheels. I mean, that's such a thing I would be into, right? Like, that's slowing over the plate for me. Oh my goodness. Thank you guys. We are cruising in a level 2 hype train, 28% of the way through. You never know. You never know. Could be a lore day. Could be a lore day. But the new stuff is coming. This is every time I set these bit goals, it's so that I can get stuff for the stream. And the new mic is coming. The stream deck is coming. The little hub to plug everything in. It's all coming. I think most of it's supposed to arrive tomorrow or Friday. And that means I get to spend what tiny bit of free time I have this weekend getting it all set up, and hopefully
you
next
can't
week.
give up.
Oh,
You can't give up. You gotta stand right up. You gotta run to a window and say,
hi, these floors are dirty as hell, and I'm not gonna take it anymore. Oh my goodness. Look at us go. Soda Pop with the gift sub.
Bobby, Al Yankovic blew his brains out in the late 80s after people stopped buying his records.
Oh my gosh, that is it. That is, we have completed level 2. We are into a level 3 hype train. That means we're going to end the stream. We're going to end the stream later with the Perry lore drop. So if you have to float out and come back, just know, stream ends. Oh, wow. I'm a monster! I tend to end my streams right around 11, so if you come in, if you have to float out, if anyone has to go out, and you're going to float back in about 11:15, I'll be doing a Perry lore drop tonight. What are we thinking? I mean, I can put a poll, we can take a look. It could be an old match, it could be a YouTube skit, or it could be something from one of my old bands. You know, I got 2 decades worth of living a public life in the performance sphere. I was a teen when I started performing, and there's videos, there's all kinds of stuff. I want to see more of the fresh Youngman figure. Well, if we finish these POGs and then we finish the Slammer, we're going to work on the fresh Youngman figure. For those who don't know, in case you haven't been here, I'll fill everybody in. I adore the old Keshi Kinnikuman figures. Everyone remembers the muscle figures of the 80s and 90s. And I have designed a Perry Von Vicious. This is 3D printed down in my basement out of resin. A very nice, clean print. It doesn't focus real well on this camera, but you have to take my word for it that it's fantastic. We had a bits goal where I bought, it's coming on Sunday. It's supposed to be delivered this Sunday. One of those vending machines like in the grocery store, essentially the American version of a gachapon machine. I have the little bubbles already, and I am very pleased to say that our boy fits very nicely. The merch table is going to be off the hook, as Buster would say. Who knew he could miss a hand so much? Don't forget, if you're looking to fire off bit alerts, you can type alerts 1, alerts 2, or alerts 3, and it'll tell you about our different levels of alerts. We have different levels, less expensive all the way up to absurdly expensive. Don't forget, we're on night 5 of refilling the mystery box. The way that works, 3 toys, 3 trading cards, and every single stream where no one buys the mystery box, we add 1 more. So it's got a lot of stuff in it. A lot of stuff in it for whoever pops the old mystery box alert. I believe it is 3,000 bits. Definitely an expensive purchase, but I ship it for free, and you get whatever's inside. Joey Nails bought our very first one just about a week and a half ago, give or take. And he'll have that coming to him. Joey Nails, are you coming out to Pro Wrestling Grind this weekend? Are you coming down for Mania weekend to hang out with the crew at Pro Wrestling Grind? I'll reiterate, I am wrestling this weekend, on WrestleMania weekend, in Florence, Mass, for Pro Wrestling Grind. Alright, let's see here. Alright, maybe, no, it's not going to be on the actual drive, alright. I'm beginning to think I may not have the file I need. And if that's the case, that's a real shame. Yeah, it's not looking great. Not looking great. Alright, we're just going to have to continue on as though everything is okay and just keep putting in fresh Youngman images into these POGs, or else we're never going to get it done. We'll be sitting here all night. That's no good. Can't do that. All right, so there's some kind of funny pictures, and I kind of wonder if maybe we use one of the silly ones in here, because we need to put another one here and another one here. These are the two that need to be replaced. So one that I have. So this requires a little explaining, because it just looks like craziness. What is happening in this photo, where my legs look jacked? Oh my God! Look at me! I look incredible. Oh my goodness. Perry Von Leg Day. So what's happening in this picture, there is a character. There it goes. That was our level 3 hype train. Shouts out to everyone involved. Joey Nails, Soda Pop, both leading the charge on that. We are one or two subs away from the sub goal, depending on how we look at what my sub goal is supposed to be. It says 99. It's supposed to be 100. But thank you all very much for joining me here on a Wednesday night. Workshop Wednesdays. We're making merch, making the stuff that got to give the people what they want, you know? Got to give the people what they want. Guys, we're also very close to that bits goal. We're like 2/3 of the way on that bits goal. Absolutely incredible. So what's happening here, there's a character at Rad Pro Rasslin called Lancelot, who is part of a Knights of the Round Table sort of gimmick. And he has a horse that he brings to the ring named Bartholomew. And Bartholomew is invisible. And during the course of our match, I got knocked off the apron, and I landed sitting on Bartholomew. And I'm, as Fresh Youngman, I'm used to riding a bicycle. I'm used to handlebars and pedals. This was a horse, and I was terrified. And when it took off running, as I passed my partners, who you can just see, hey, come on.
Bobby, Al Yankovic blew his brains out in the late 80s after people stopped buying his records.
Oh my goodness, surpassing the sub goal. Joey Nails. Joey Nails coming in clutch. Let's go. Thank you so much, Joey Nails. Big night here on the stream. You can see one of my partners here looking on in astonishment. You'll also notice that my bicycle helmet is on backward. And that is because as the horse ran past them with me on it, they took my helmet that I'd left on the ring post and put it on my head to keep me safe. So if I look terrified there, it's because I'm riding an invisible horse. Folks, I just want to point out, this is what I am a 41-year-old adult man. And this is what I choose to do on my weekends. I could do anything on my weekends. All right, we're going to put that in there, and then we're going to recrop it to about here, I think. Yeah, I like how that looks. Oh my goodness, what a night. We've surpassed the sub goal. We're creeping up on that bits goal. The bits goal right now, I wish I could say that it was for something exciting. It's actually to pay for the new mic that I already bought. So we are going to set some kind of crazy bit goal next, and when we hit it, I'm going to do the impossible. I'm going to do an IRL stream where we're going to cook. I'm going to clean up my kitchen until my wife says it's clean enough for me to have it on camera. And then I'm going to set my gear up out in the kitchen, and I'm going to cook on stream. Is it a good idea? Is it the best idea? Who knows? That's right. Yeah, you gotta get me out of my one little corner of our office that I've been allotted here. And yes, got to get me out of the hole financially. Now, I'm kind of thinking the little pointing one, maybe we put that like here. Maybe he goes here instead of as the background image, and then we can like make a custom background image or something. Like, I kind of feel like this one could be the background image more than this one. Like, this one's not bad, but I'm kind of not seeing it as the appropriate thing. Well, maybe it'll be okay. I don't know. Yeah, I think this is the better background image. So yeah, we're gonna remove him. Come back here, and I think this is it. Is this it? No, that's not it. We already have that one. Maybe it's this one. Yeah, there he is. All right, and let's put him right there. Ah, that looks really good as a pog. These are so dumb and awesome. I'm very happy with these. Right, and I actually think maybe what we do is okay. No. Gotta get Perry out of the hole. Sounds like a golf joke. It does sound like a golf joke. Yeah, I think if we do that, that's a little bit better. All right, I think those are the pogs. So now, this I think becomes our background. I think it's almost kind of cropped already to be kind of perfect. But let's just see. I think we definitely want to put them up a little higher. Not higher, eye level. Maybe we flip it backwards. No one will notice, right? Like if we do that, that makes it look different. Maybe no one notices. Come on. Now let's try doing a little of this action. Just drop it down below everything. And now we can bring it on up. I actually think what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring them down to like here. And then just make a copy, plop it directly on top. Now we'll stretch this one to fill in. And then we're just going to... Okay, what the heck? Like that, and then we'll... Yeah, that's kind of what I want. Well, I'm not loving that, so let's just scoot it on over just till you can't see that anymore. And I think that's good enough, because some of this is the bleed, like some of this won't print anyway. Nicka Beans and Encrypted Crypto Beans on their travels, popping in, keeping the watch streak alive. Let's go. You missed some excitement. We hit a level 3 hype train. And we know the new rule here on the stream. We hit a level 3 hype train. At the end of the stream, we're going to do a Perry lore video. So right around 10:45 East Coast time. I know you two are likely in Vegas already. 10:45 East Coast time. So about an hour and 10 minutes. We're gonna do a Perry lore video. I may put a poll up to see what we do. We could do another early match like we did on Monday. Oh, you're in the New York casino in Vegas. Whoa, let's go. Yeah, that's Encrypted Cryptid and Nicka Beans are in Vegas for WrestleMania. They're out there. They're going to hang out. Put it all in 17 black. They're out there for Effie's Big Gay Brunch. I know it's like the big main event for the two of them. Crypto Beans as I'll call the two of you together. Are you taking in any other shows? Do you have tickets to other shows? I'd be interested to know which ones you might be popping in on, because I've got some friends you should say hi to. You two might run across Levi Shapiro out there. He's working for the West Coast Pro and Marvelous crew all weekend. So might get to see the homie Levi, who they got to meet when he came out here to wrestle me for the Grind Grand Championship just this past September. All right, now I want to take this, and we're going to change this gradient colors. So for the dark, I think I wanna take a color straight from Fresh Youngman, like that fleshy color. And for the green, we're obviously going to take that. You know what? I mean, maybe we just make them solid, all of them solid green. Yeah, maybe it's not. Maybe it's just solid. Maybe they're all just the solid my shirt green. Like maybe they're all like that. Like I'm not against that necessarily. I kind of like the idea that they'll all be very uniform. It's very 90s style. And it's very Fresh Youngman. That's the only color he's really associated with. Let's see, Dark Sheik's World's Worst WrestleMania show. Let's go. That's awesome. I believe I think Jermaine Marbury might be on that show. Yeah, that show does look really cool. I know, oh gosh, is it wrestling with Pride Style? Pride Style's having a show. They're another LGBTQ forward company. I know Jermaine Marbury's doing that show. My pal Anton Voorhees of Hood Slam fame, one of my oldest friends, he's on that show. So that's supposed to be a really good one. Yeah, I know it's really cool folks that run that, and any chance I can get to steer people toward Anton Voorhees, he is one of the most talented, versatile performers in professional wrestling. He does theater and like full on like proper Broadway productions that are done in the San Francisco area. He's won awards for that. He's incredible. Oh, that's right. He's at the Dark Sheik show. Yeah, okay. So you'll see him either way. Definitely, please tell him I said hello. I absolutely adore Anton. Anytime I'm in the Bay Area, he and I grab lunch. Fun story. The first time I thought I was quitting wrestling for good, he also thought he was quitting wrestling for good, and we had our last match with each other. That was in the year 2012. Yeah, thought I was done. I was pretty burnt out, but you know, sometimes you just need some time, you know. All right, so I'm gonna get rid of that. I like keeping the POGs logo because we made that look like the POGs logo, but really this needs to say Fresh, and I think we need to put like the Rad Pro logo over here. So let's go ahead and text, and I like to use the Typecraft. Although, what was this? What is this one? Type Studio. Whoa. I've not tried this before. Let's try this. Let's see what this looks like. See what this does. See what... Oh, come on. 90s as hell. Fresh. Youngman. Come on. You serious right now? That looks so sick. Like, I don't even want to change anything about it. I like that the way it is. Alright, I think if I take this and I take this, and they both come over as far as they can go. This one I could probably do a little of that. We can make this a bit bigger. Fresh Youngman Pogs. Guys, this is 90s as hell, and I love it. Ridiculous. And these are all going to be perforated to be cut out, so gonna look pretty good. Wow, I didn't know all this goofy crap was in here. Oh, I'm stealing some of this for some future projects. That's great advice. Stay queer. Hell yeah. Be the energy. What are all these bits of advice that are on here? Holo. Is that like, it's like YOLO, but he only lives once? I don't know. What's instead of you? Metal sticker. Oh, come on. Maybe that's the one it should be. Should I have a faux metal sticker? Yeah, holograph. Oh, I see. That's what it is. It's for holographic because it's right next to metal sticker. I immediately was like, what's that stand for? Let's try this one. Let's try Fresh Youngman. That's not how Youngman is spelled. That's how Youngman is spelled. I mean, there might be better font for it, but I don't know. That the font that it started with is pretty dope. Actually, I kind of like that better. I'm just going to add it and see what we think. Fresh Youngman. Pogs. Let's bring Pogs way down to like here. Let's see. What's our best way to fit this in? Is it going to be flat? Maybe it's flat. Nah. The angle is going to give us a little more space to work with. I don't know. What do we like better? I almost think this is better. None of them are all that bold and easy to see. So I don't know. A little Tough call. Tough call. I also like everything I write to be a little more bold and easily read, and I feel like this is going to be hard to read. Like, both of them are a little bit hard to read, you know? Okay, well, let's see. There's got to be, I mean, neon, this looks like Fresh Youngman. The color's even already there. Like, Fresh Youngman Pogs. I mean, right? I do think that I'm going to, let's see, if I can magic grab myself and put myself above the back, I can change the coloring on the back. I kind of like that, because right now it's a little too, the background's a little too vibrant. It's taking away from what we're supposed to be seeing. So let's magic grab. Ah, it's flipped. Boo. Alright, well, we'll unflip it. Whatever. Then we'll flip it after. Jeez. Jeez, Canva. Why you gotta be like that? Perfect. That's what I need. Grab. Okay. Flip horizontal. Flip horizontal. And now this guy needs to come to like here or so. Yeah, we can do like that just so his hand just disappears behind everything, so we don't see that he's not holding the bike. I think is fine. All right. So then that, I'm actually going to lose this Take this. There's our... I think it should be able to magic expand and just... Oh, can't do it with that one. Okay. Well then, we'll do it with this one. Let's lose that. Take this and bring it down to about the right size. Something like that. Now let's... I think we have to flip it back. I think it's facing the wrong way. Yeah. And that means that we have to do like this. Something like there. I know this is probably super exciting to see. But we're almost done with these POGs. Like, these POGs came together real quick, which means we get to work on the Slammer next. And the Slammer, the Perry Slammer, came out amazing. So I have high hopes for the fresh Youngman Slammer. His design's going to be real simple. It's just lettering. Like, I may just take one of these or something and do it with that, but we'll see. Alright, so we need Magic Expand. Fill the whole page. Expand! All I want is pavement and grass. Just give me what I want. Perfect. Perfect on the first try. Let's just in case. Let's see. That one's good too. Perfect. Yeah, let's use that one. Good. Great. And then I'm also going to remove the guy from it. So where's my magic grab? Magic grab. Just this. Grab. He gets deleted. This whole thing gets flipped horizontal. And then we're gonna just scooch it over. Just give it the old scoocheroo until it feels right. That seems pretty good. Yeah, there we go. Now I just want to make this background. This is what I was really building toward. Is I wanted to make this background like a little less severe, if that makes sense. Like I wanted to just tone it down a little bit. Maybe blur the whole background. Nah, we don't want to do that. Let's try, sometimes like a duotone is pretty good. Could make it, no, even that's a bit much. Ooh, actually, I don't necessarily hate this, you guys. Okay. Yeah, okay. I mean, that's real 90s, right? Am I off base here? This is super 90s. So, I'm going to go with that. I think that's awesome. And now I'm going to edit on this guy, and I'm just going to give him a little bit of a glow so that he's very obvious. I mean, the white is probably just as good as any color. It doesn't have to be a big glow, but it does have to be intense. We might change the glow color a little. Let's bring it up to about there. In fact, there we go. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. Okay, I think that's the design. What do we think? Fresh Youngman's first ever set of POGs. I mean, like, I'm pretty pleased with this. Fresh Youngman having only 5 matches under his belt. A young upstart athlete. All right. We're going to call that fantastic and excellent and amazing. And I'm just real quick going to download that so that I have it. That way I have it, you know? And then we are going to hop into Tinkercad. We're going to hop into Tinkercad. into a design that I've already created. This is the Perry Von Vicious Slammer from the Perry set, which I think came out frickin' stellar. Yes, that's exactly the design. It's our little, it's this guy. It's the Perry Wrestling Buddy. I gotta get these made again. The company that I worked with to make these was awful to work with. They did incredible work and their product is outstanding. Their rates were fine. They weren't great, but they were fine. But they were just a nightmare to work with. It took them forever. They lied about when they would be done. It took them almost a year longer than they said it would. And it's a company where that's all they do, is they make wrestling buddies for indie wrestlers. Just really abysmal work on their part. All right. All that griping aside, we need to make roughly a copy of this. So 44 is what we decided. The company Cardona... No, it's not the company Cardona works with. The company Cardona works with is now also the company making them for WWE. And that company, I presume, must be great because they've had no complaints. This was... I mean, I'll name the company. I'm not above naming them. They were so terrible to work with. They're called Slam Buddies. And they were abysmal. They approached me about making the toy. And at first I told them, like, yeah, you know, you guys have like a pretty high minimum order. It really doesn't work for me. I'm sorry. And they were like, no, we can drop that minimum for you, man. You don't have to do all that. Like, nah, you'll be fine. And I was like, oh, all right. Yeah, I mean, if I could do, I think I did like 15 of them because they were very expensive. They're like, I mean, like $20 a piece plus shipping. So I had to sell them for $40 a piece, which wasn't a problem. People bought them, but like, that's a lot to pay on my end for merch. When I had the smaller ones made, when I had these little almost South Park style ones made, this lovely woman from Mexico did the design and made them completely herself with the like the hair that moves and everything, and vicious across the butt. Like, really, really nice. These were infinitely more affordable. Joey Nails will back me up on that because Joey Nails had buddies made by the same person. I put him in contact with her. She's great. Just now with tariff shipping, I don't really know how it works. So I'm a little hesitant. All right, and then so roughly 7 tall is what we're talking about. Boom. Now, I thought about putting like a tread on this one too, to sort of mimic like a bicycle tread. But I think what we can do is bevel the sides with a lot of segments, and it'll sort of end up resembling a bicycle tire that way. Like one without tread, more or less, if that makes sense. Something like that. Let's bevel the holy heck out of it. Yeah, like I kind of like this little like soft disc figure for it. I do not get that reference, but it sounds like something I should get. All right, so then we're gonna do a little design in here, and this one's just gonna be text. Like I don't have a cartoon of Fresh Youngman. Like I could maybe make it look like tire spokes. And then above that we have the text. Maybe that's the look. What do you guys think? I think maybe that's it. Maybe that's what we do. Why not? Why not, right? All right, so I'm going to make a copy of that. I want this view. Do this. I'm going to lift it up, and then let's get our front view. I want to make this a bit smaller, like about there, so that we have like the outside tire part. We're going to do that. Let's get a front view. We're going to lower it on in to like maybe there? Maybe a little deeper. Let's go. Let's... I could not tell what that noise outside was, but it's just someone riding a crotch rocket motorcycle loudly. Good for them. I hope they're having a nice time. Oh my god, there's like an army of them. Guys, shut up. Alright, so that's going to give us our little dip in the middle. I like that. I like that. We're off to a solid start. Now I'm going to put like a little hub in the center. And that doesn't have to be anything particularly fancy, I don't think. So we're going to drop in one of these, give it all the sides, shrink it on down to like here maybe. And then we're kind of going to... Oh, look at that. That was like a dead drop. Perfect. Lovely. Great. Great. Lovely. Wonderful. Bring it up just a hair, and then I'm going to bring this part down below the top there. Good. And now I want to bring in one of these. We're going to make it a little smaller still. Go like about there. Plop it about there. Get the old front view. And that'll come up just proud of that. And that's going to be like our center hub, which I think is looking pretty good. And then I want to lay out spokes. And then we're going to put in some text that's just going to say Fresh Youngman. I think that'll do it on the Slammer. And if this goes as fast as I think it's going, we may have some time to work on the Fresh Youngman figure a little bit, because we're just flying through nap time. All right, so let's drop in. Do we do it like just straight lines? Yeah, I guess maybe we do. Yeah, why not? All right, so let's bring this. Let's make this like 2. Maybe it should be less than that. Maybe it's 1. Hey, Elmira Marks. All right, who made me a sub? I believe your sub would have been either gifted by Joey Nails or Soda Pop, who rolled in and were kind enough, because I've been explaining this a lot tonight. We have a new policy here on the channel that anytime we get a hype train level 3 to happen, at the conclusion of the stream, I will show an old video from Perry's past here. Perry lore drop, as we call them. And people really enjoy those. So it's I either show like an old match, or sometimes it's an old skit from my YouTube. A Perry sketch, a promo or something like that. And sometimes it's ooh, can I radius this? Can I make this rounded? Oh, I can. Oh, that's beautiful. Let's go. That's what I want the spoke to look like. Anyways, yeah, sometimes it could be something from one of my old bands, back in the day when I played Warped Tour. All right, let's bring that over to right there. Now we're gonna select both of those. I'm gonna hit Control D, and that new one we are gonna rotate 12 degrees. What kind of jams? Pop punk. We were a pop punk band. Yes, the Vans Warped Tour. That Warped Tour. Yes. I was in a band. The band that I played the Warped Tour with was a band called Hydraulic Sandwich. The drummer of which, Brian, now runs RPM Fest here in Western Mass, where Pro Wrestling Grind wrestles every year. So I get to see him, and he and his family get to see me wrestle, having known me forever and known that since high school I always talked about one day being a wrestler. All right, that looks awesome. This is coming along great. I'm very happy with this. Unfortunately, the era of Warped Tour that I was in was like pre-smartphone. Like it was 2002, 2003. So it was pre-smartphone. Digital cameras were not great. If you wanted one that did video, it was really expensive and you could only take short videos. So like, I don't have any clips of me on Warped Tour. I know they exist. There were cameras everywhere all the time. But like, I personally don't have any footage of myself on Warped Tour. And those who know me well, those who really know me, that kills me. I have footage of every wrestling match I've ever had. Every single one, I have footage. Anytime there were pictures taken at a show, I've hunted them down from fans and from photographers, and those have all ended up in many hard drives and many clouds that I keep. I keep everything. I have an extensive spreadsheet of every match I've ever had, including what city it was in, if I won or lost, how long it went, if I won a championship, if I wrestled under Perry Von Vicious or a different name, who I teamed with, who I wrestled against, how much I was paid, what promotion it was for. I keep all of that information. I'm a data fiend, and that part of my brain wasn't fully developed when I was playing in my pop punk band, and it kills me that I don't have that information. All right, so we're going to bring in our text here. Text Youngman, if you will. And let's take a look at some different ones here. There's serif, there's multi-language, sans mono. Yeah, like I could try to do like a fancy one and go make it somewhere else, but I don't think that matters for Fresh Youngman. Fresh Youngman was the 90s. Stuff was hard in the 90s. Dang it, come on. Is it not going to change? Well, let's... okay, it does do lowercase. Damn it, come on. What are we doing? What are we doing? Dismiss ruler. Just do what I want. Should I do it with lowercase? Or should I just make it all caps? Hard to say. Okay, the segments makes it choppy looking, I think. Or it makes it less choppy looking, I can't really tell. I mean, it won't matter, it's going to be pretty small. Height is not important. Bevel. Ooh, now we're talking. Yeah, baby, that looks great. That's what we wanted, god damn it. Let's go. Fresh. Let's go about there. Let's get our view here and let's bring it to like here, but then I'm gonna stretch it to like there. Fresh. Oh, hell yeah. Yo, this looks great. Youngman's gonna be in smaller font, but that's okay. It's gonna have to be. Youngman. Oh, damn it. Why don't you type when I tell you to type? Youngman. Get out of here. Okay, let's try again. Youngman. Damn you, why doesn't it ever... Okay. Stop behaving like a real piece of shit. Okay, now let's come over here and try it again. I just cooked 2 onions down. What you making? I mean, other than onions, obviously you're cooking you're cooking onions. Youngman. Go. Yeah, all right, now let's make it all one color so that we get sort of an idea. Well, we should group the whole thing first. There we go. Let's Problemo. I don't know, but whatever it is, that was going to be the first step. Smart. Smart. You don't have to think through the entire thing you're cooking. You can just go bit by bit. I do it all the time. I often don't know what I'm cooking until it's finished. See? Boom. Fresh Youngman. Come on. Come on. Look at that. It's on a bicycle tire. Like, it's perfect. Come on. Come on. Yeah. I get that, Elmira. I really do. But bear in mind, when it's finally printed, it's only going to be, like, thumb for scale. Like, it's only going to be that big. So that tiny little bit of distance will not really be noticeable. You know, I try to learning to like get the tolerances right on these designs has been one of the most challenging parts of learning 3D modeling, especially since most of what I do is very small scale. You know, I'm doing 1/64th scale, you know, Hot Wheels trucks and monster trucks. I'm doing little Keshi figures that are this big. So like learning what details will and won't show up and what kind of tolerances will or won't work has been very difficult. And like even this, like looking at the font, I'm going like, boy, is that, am I even going to be able to read that by the time it's actually to scale? Like, yeah, actually it should be really, really crisp and clear. It should be clearer than what's on Perry's, but the Perry one looks great, so this should be okay. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. All right, so we're going to call that one done too. Guys, we are, as I said earlier, we are just flying through nap time. All right, we got like 30, little over 30 minutes till we hop into a Perry lore video. So I'm gonna open Blender, and we are going to work on the Fresh Youngman Keshi, Kinnikuman, Muscle, whatever you want to call him, minifig. How are we enjoying the Perry chiptune, by the way? I switched up which track I'm playing. These chiptunes are made by the sound guy for Pro Wrestling Grind, Coral, who is very talented. He also does all the songs for Becca. If you know the wrestler Becca, all of her songs are written by and orchestrated by Coral, and then she lays the lyrics that he writes for her over top of everything. You know, kayfabe. No one heard that. All right, let's open recent. We want the Fresh Keshi. Fresh Keshi. It's gonna take. During which time I'm going to pop my own hydrate alert. Yeah, there's Fresh. Now Fresh is not, you know, Fresh has just been roughed out for the time being. You know, he's got his sneakers, he's got his biking gloves, he's got his little shorty shorts, he's got his little shirt. The sunglasses need some refining. The helmet is looking real good. I was real happy with how some of that came along. The ears need refining and the hair needs detail. But otherwise, we are at a really good spot with this so far. We are going to have to add a face, including the beard and everything. But that's all pretty doable. We did it on the Perry figure, so there's no reason we can't do it here as well. All right, so I think the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to start just with easy stuff for now. And I'm going to work on just smoothing these sunglasses. Because again, once this prints, you know, you're not going to, all the details lost here once this comes out. So just smoothing this edge is going to be really what I'm after. I'm on the smooth already. Okay, that's a bit severe for me. Let's blob. Blah blah blah. Yeah, we just inflate here a little bit. Just enough to make it all sort of one thing. There's actually an inflate button, so maybe I use that instead. That seems to be working a little weak. Alright, well let's go back to the smooth and let's just hit it a few times and see what happens. Yeah, I'm not loving what it's doing, so I'm going to actually undo like all of that. Try the layer function. Let's see, the draw sharp. I mean, a lot of these kind of work pretty much the same. Like this is gonna fill in pretty good. Again, I'm just trying to smooth this out here. Now this has got to get knocked back a little. I tried the smooth option and that wasn't really doing what I wanted, so I think I'm gonna have to do the grab and see if I can push it in. Something like that. It's actually not too bad. Yeah, not hating that. And that being a little gnarly is okay. These are supposed to be cycling glasses, so they're going to be a little gnarly. Alright, let's repeat that on this other side here. I think we went with the clay strips. Alright, looking good. Just smoothing how this connects here. And then we're going to go to our grab. And just start pushing that in. So that it all kind of goes together. Ah, I didn't want to do that one on the cheek. Gotta be careful. Sometimes you grab the wrong spot, you know? Gotta watch out for that. There we go. Yeah, just want that, because again, once this guy's printed, he's going to be about that big. So a lot of these little details end up getting pretty lost. I do think if this is going to be a helmet, it needs like those grooves that run along a helmet. And that I know I can do. It does look like it needs to be subdivided, but let's see. If I hit the smooth way out here, okay, that's looking pretty good. So let's do that first. Just gonna lightly smooth the whole thing out. This is like a very faint effect, but it gets rid of all those artifacts of using the low poly design from Tinkercad. So it ends up being real important. Joey Nails, are you still in the chat? I know you wanted to see the fresh Youngman figure. So if you're still trying to see that, this is your time to be here, hang out, and see how the toys get made. It's looking pretty good. All right, now we gotta put the grooves on there, and I just gotta remember, what did I use? I couldn't have been scraped. That's like too severe. Clay thumb. What was I using to do this before? You know what? Let's just try some of them and see what happens. Let's see if I... Oh, maybe it was that. Okay. All right. So let's get a nice top-down view so that we get this lined up nice. And we can make the strength on this a bit bigger. we just need, like, yeah, see, that's not strong enough. Let's try this at like a 3. See what happens then. That's too much. Oh my god, we're putting a giant hole in his head. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. That's too much. Too much. That's too little. Let's try maybe split the difference. That's not enough. Come on. What's our happy medium here? What's going to be... I'm not really liking how any of this is working. Oh, Adam NX67 redeeming hydrate. Thank you, Adam. Got to keep me on my toes. Yeah, I think I needed that right then. Whew. All right. Let's make our radius a little bit smaller. And let's just try like a couple light passes here. So we can always undo and always make it a little bit lighter. But like the helmets always have like these kind of like paths carved into them where there's like a vent, you know? Yeah, like I think this is adding to it for sure. Like this is definitely getting us a bit closer to what we wanted. You know, like the thing is I know I need to make these more severe because once this prints, it's so tiny that if the details aren't deep, they just disappear, you know? Joey Nail's still hanging out. Seeing how the toys get made. Because I know Joey Nails wants his own minifig. So he's got to sit here and hang with me through the process. Okay, I think that's pretty good. Now it's possible that those won't be super noticeable on the final product. Like there's a distinct possibility that when this is done, you won't even be able to see these. But they're important to me, you know? New AEW World Champion. What? No way. Really? And that was like the opening match, wasn't it? But did it just end? Did they have no time limit on it or something? That's really crazy. Oh, they moved it to the main event. Okay. That's crazy. He squashed MJF? What? Really? MJF must be filming a movie or something. Don't have to worry about that with Darby Allin. He's not exactly what movie companies are looking for. No offense to Darby Allin. Or some offense, I don't know. A lot of people don't like him for seemingly pretty good reason. MJF hit a low blow, then Darby hit a low blow. Scorpion death drop, 4 coffin drops, 4 coffin drops from each corner, or 4 coffin drops, 1 from each corner. The headlock takedown's a good callback to their singles match they had way back when, where MJF beat him with a headlock takeover. Like that's a great little callback. I like that. One from each corner. Okay, that makes more sense. Who's going to wait through 16 coffin drops? Makes for a long show. You imagine being on commentary for that, trying to make it seem interesting? He's doing it again! It is pretty interesting that AEW's idea of counter-programming is to put the championship on Darby Allin. I mean, it's cool. It's, you know, first-time champion. That's pretty neat, you know, but he's, you know, the internet's going to be mad because he's, I'm led to believe he's a little problematic. I'm told there are some people with less than kind things to say about him. So, but I don't really know a ton about it. I don't really much care to know a ton about it. Yeah, like it's one of those things where I kind of hit a wall where I'm like, ugh, okay, just I don't need to know anyone's details anymore. Just tell me if someone's a bad enough person that I shouldn't actively cheer for them, you know? Yeah, it seems like, well, at some point, all the like fuss and muss about things being problematic in wrestling, like everyone kind of just gave up on caring. Which is, you know, really a bummer. But like there came a point where everyone was just like, yeah, this guy did some terrible thing, but whatever, let him wrestle. Well, and that's good, right, Adam? Like, yeah, Joey, looking forward to hearing Cornette's opinion on it. Woof. Well, goddamn, the kid's about 50 pounds soaking wet. He's out here killing the towns, throwing himself backyard mud show. You can just hear him shouting like a maniac. Man, oh, fuck Jim Cornette. Jim Cornette's such a dickhead. Like he can be good for a laugh here and there, but man, he's problematic too, which is a huge disappointment because he's like not supposed to be. He's, you know, he's more or less on like, you know, in a lot of ways, he's more or less on like the right side of history. Alright, let's see. How do we do? We need a bit more nose than that, I'm afraid. Getting to look a little like a beak here. We're going to have to do some subdividing, I think. Yeah, we're going to have to subdivide the shit out of that. Alright. Where's our... I think it's edit mode where I do this. Guys, just fair warning. The computer's about to chug and sit slowly while I do this. It does not like this particular part of the process. Right, so let's go ahead and pick just those pixels. And then where is my subdivide? We're creating a subdivision on his face. Hey, you know, face this handsome. You got to really work on the details. I'll tell you, this needs some trimming. This is a bit much. It's getting to the point where if I pull it in funny directions, it's all, not great, not great. And the fact that, like, look, I'm a big, heavy, kind of round guy, okay? I gotta be in the ring this weekend against Delmi Exo at Pro Wrestling Grind. I'm gonna look like such a knuckle-dragging caveman. Alright, I think it's under mesh. See face, no. Edges, it's gonna be under mesh, right? Where is my subdivide? There it is. Just subdivide. Boom. It'll take a second. Runs a little slow. Yeah, Delmi Exo are in her mind Anakin Skywalker. It's so funny that she thinks she's Anakin here. Red Car 9 coming in because they landed a sick gift sub from Soda Pop. Welcome, my friend. First time chat, no less. Well, welcome in. We're in the process of doing a little subdivide in my model of my alter ego, Fresh Youngman. Right, I think if we subdivide this section as well, I should be able to make this all a bit smoother. So let's go ahead and do that. The more, I always have to keep in mind, the more I subdivide, like the more I do it, the sort of slower and chunkier my computer working on the thing. But, you know, quality over something. Doesn't matter what. Doesn't matter who. Section now. Let's subdivide there. We're going to fix these sunglasses. Let me tell you. Subdivide again. Sip the last of my iced coffee here. Guys, we're it's about 10:30, which means we're about 15 minutes away. We're about 15 minutes away from tonight's Perry lore drop, brought to you by you, my lovely friends hanging out on the stream. We hit a level 3 hype train, and anytime we do that, we're going to have a Perry lore drop. We're going to watch an old video and hear the story from something early in my career. So I think it's only fair. I hope Soda Pop and I hope Joey Nails are in the chat, because they did help in large part to fund tonight's Perry lore drop. So I'm going to give us a couple of options here. We can watch an old match. We can watch one of my video skits, or maybe two. Depending on if it's a short one with no good story, we'll watch two. Or we can watch something from one of my bands. And I'm going to let that run. I'm going to give that a nice hefty 5 minutes. But the poll has started in the chat. The poll has started. So please get your votes in. Let me know what we want to see. All right, now we can move out of edit mode back into sculpt mode, which is a lot more fun. Now we can actually smooth this thing, or it'll just get worse and worse. It's hard to say. Yeah, there's a lot of weird things going on in there. That's all right. I'm not going to fret too badly. I'm going to just hit it with a little smoothing, you know? Little smoothing. And if it's a little wonky and weird, that's okay, because it's only going to be 1 inch tall when it's printed. So when it's that big, it's going to look great. All right, let's go ahead and smooth this nose. Oh, that's working like a charm. The subdividing there made a huge difference. Huge difference. Right. Back to our inflate. We're going to give me some nostrils here. Looking good, looking good. We don't have to give him eyes because he's wearing sunglasses. Right? Like, that's what a great cheat for that. Let's take a look at how the poll is doing. Whoa, 3 votes for video sketch. I love that. I got some good ones. I got some good ones I can pull out. One vote came in for Band Clipper song. All right. Red Car, if you're still hanging out, make sure you vote. Joey Nails, Soda Pop, if you're there, get those votes in. A couple minutes left on it. All right, and I guess let's see if we can give me the beard. If we can get the beard in here. Or maybe we do the details on the hair first. Maybe we do the hair. Yeah, that might be the move. So let's just see. I wonder if I'm not loving that, but I'm not hating it. Let's see. What if blob maybe? I'm gonna have to do more subdividing. Yeah, I think that's the issue here. We're gonna have to do a little more subdividing. I try to avoid it, you know. It's not super fun to watch on the stream when I'm doing the subdividing. But to get everything to behave correctly, yeah, like see all those big sections there? That's a no good, boss. All right, well let's about to do it, I guess. So can I get him something like that? Yeah. Let's go ahead and I guess we're gonna have to go bit by bit here. Maybe I can. Yeah, wow. Try just selecting bit by bit here. See how we can do get on, because we really need this to like behave smoothly, you know what I mean? Okay, looking pretty good. Let's go ahead and pick this part too. Gotta come over here. We gotta get all of this. This. Ooh, someone popped a vote for old match too. People like the old match. It's funny to see what I looked like when I was young. I'm not gonna, hey, I know, I've seen it. It's funny. It's straight up, like, it's entertaining to see what, you know, 23-year-old Perry looked like in the ring, because it was not always super pretty and clean. It was a little bit of a mess. So I get that inclination. I have lots of friends who've gone on to be incredibly. Occasionally, there's some celebrities in those matches. Oh, but the poll just ended, and it looks like Video Skit is the winner. Hell yeah, I'm excited for that. I can't wait. Can't wait to. I got a couple in mind. Watch one or two, and we'll see. We'll see how far back in the archives we go. We might not have to go that far back. There've been some in the last couple of years, like stellar work that I'm very pleased with. So we might not have to go that far back in time to find some real gold on the old YouTube. And that's another thing to keep in mind. You know, I talk about how if we hit the level 3 hype train, we'll have a Perry lore. You know, and that sounds like I'm paywalling it, right? All these videos are up on my YouTube for free. Everything I show is up on YouTube for free. So, you know, if you're really jonesing for Perry lore, but you don't have the scratch to spend on gift subs or bits, and you just wanna go to my YouTube and dig around. Like, there's some gold in them there hills. Let's see. Did I make a command for YouTube? Let's see. I did. Look at that. There's the YouTube. Make sure you subscribe. Enjoy. There's some great vlogs, great matches, great sketches, all kinds of stuff on there. All right, so we have selected everything. Let's subdivide. See what that does for us. It's going to take a minute because we selected a lot. Let's subdivide again. Yeah, okay, this is getting us somewhere, and we can also see what stuff hasn't been selected somehow. So I'm going to just real quick, let's see how much of that we pick. Okay, now we're filling in some blanks here. Let's continue to subdivide, making a funny Perry think Attack of the Clones, but Rip as Padme, Delmy as Anakin. Yeah, that she's painting herself as Anakin in this, and I'm Obi-Wan. Like, it's funny because she chose young Anakin to show. Does she not remember how the fight between young Anakin and Obi-Wan ended? Because Anakin didn't fare well. Like, if she wanted to, like, show him as full-on Vader versus old Obi-Wan, well, that's different. But that's not what she chose, and it's not a great analogy for the how she wants it to go, I don't think. All right. Now that we've subdivided that all to holy hell, we can jump back to sculpt mode and add some of the details we want on the hair here. Okay, step one, I think, is going to be to smooth. And we're just gonna, when it catches up, just pull just a little. There we go, yeah. Yeah, there's Perry's little man bun. I do kind of want to bring it back in to just connect it to the body, because when it's out like that, it has a tendency to print poorly. We just want the two to meld into each other here. That's going to be, we're going to call that good enough. All right, Perry, I put in the wrestling thread on Discord. Regret nothing. Oh my god. Okay. My mic was muted. Oh no. But it came back. It came back. Mic is out. Oh no. How long was it out? How long was the mic out? Is it out now? Hang on. Okay, testing. Okay, good. All right, I'm checking the Discord thread now. We got to see the meme photo of me, Rip, and Delmy. Oh God. Oh, it's just Rip and Delmy. Oh my God. Yeah, that's right. Because in this analogy, Delmy is Anakin and Rip is Padme. I am definitely posting that on Twitter. Rip's gonna love it. Oh my God, it's so creepy. Adam says, I regret nothing. Okay. You know, you say that. You say that. Delmy hates sand. Gets everywhere. Alright, so the hair's looking... I mean, to me, that's done on this little figure. Because, again, he's going to be about that big, so... we don't need a ton of detail there. I think for his mouth, he's just probably expressionless. Like, you know, Fresh Youngman isn't expressive the way that Perry is expressive. You know, I'm always kind of like, you know, kind of real big. Whereas Fresh Youngman is very, very reserved. So I think he's literally just getting like a line where his mouth is. So let's see. What did I use before? Was it scrape? I think it was scrape. And we can probably make the radius smaller. Ooh, not severe enough. We need this to be stronger. We need this to be like a 4. Ah, that's ugly. Holy moly. This might be another issue for subdivide. Oh my gosh. I think we're going to have to subdivide that. Let's see what time. Oh, it is 10:43. So I think we are out of design time on this. But you know what? Look, I'm just going to say, like, you know, let's talk about what we did here tonight. On the details for the Fresh Youngman minifig, his hair is looking good. His helmet's come along. The sunglasses are fixed up. The nose is present now. Like we got a fair bit done here. You know, the refining. I'm gonna do another stream over the weekend at some point, kind of finish this off so I can start printing them. We also made a Fresh Youngman slammer for his new POG series. Speaking of, we made Fresh Youngman's POGs, you guys. Like, that's no small feat. That's a big damn deal. All right, so I am looking to Adam NX67. I have a job for you, my friend, King of the Discord. I need you to hop over in the Discord on the main Perry Talk channel. I need you to @ everyone and let them know it's happening right now. It's time for the Perry lore drop. While you do that, I'm going to pull it up in another tab here so that we're ready to go. Because I think I got 2 videos for us. I got 2 different videos for us. We're gonna do a sketch that's from not too long ago, a skit, and then I'm gonna show something that sort of borders between match and skit. From, gosh, it would have been 2016, 2015, a pretty special moment for Perry Von Vicious. That kind of bridges the gap between all of the different realms that I mentioned there. Let's see. So let's see, there we go. Okay, there's one. And it's nice because some of these are very short videos. And let's see. I guess I'm going to pull up the playlist. So I have a playlist of skits and sketches from my channel, and maybe that's the easiest way because we might have to show more than one. Look, I'm being real. We might have to show more than one. There we go. Yeah, there's some good ones here. Okay. So first we're going to start with a little art piece that I did some time ago. I'm just going to go ahead and drag this. Okay, all right. That's one of the other videos. Calm down. All right. So this is the playlist I have of Perry skits and sketches. And some time ago, shortly, it was a few months before I left for Japan, I had, in early April, I had taken a trip to Disney World and went to Epcot for a few days, Magic Kingdom for a few days. It was fantastic. It was really great. We did the Epcot Food and Wine Festival, so I ate all kinds of delicious food. And it doesn't happen to me every time. It does. Hey, there's Dizzy Hellfire. Yes, I will hit you with a message. I know you you have a pony for me. So I come back from Disney and I get so sick. I mean, a horrible cold, debilitating fever. It is awful. And I am just a couple of days from a match, a singles match at Pro Wrestling Grind with Bryce Donovan, who now most people know from his time with the WWE ID program. He is a fantastic performer, someone who I like a great deal. And I needed to film a promo for this match, but it was a last-minute switch. He wasn't even supposed to be on the show. He was a fill-in. I was supposed to wrestle Manders at that show, but Manders got injured the week before. So we had no story, we had no feud, which left me with very little to say about the match. And I thought, what better way to make a promo for a match where I have so little to say than to do a video where I literally say nothing. And you'll see this little thumbnail here, very in the style of Wes Anderson. Yeah, I was supposed to wrestle Manders April of 2023, and he got injured. He's not been back to grind since, unfortunately. It just hasn't lined up. But I had a great match with Bryce Donovan, and this was the promo I did for it because I was too sick to talk, and I had just come back from Disney, so I was in a very inspired mood. So this is a little bit of Perry filmmaking. This is the Perry Von Vicious promo for Pro Wrestling Grind's April 2023 show, done in the style of Wes Anderson. We need to make this play in better quality because I filmed this in very nice quality and it's showing in 360p. That's no good. Come on. Filmmaking and we're showing it in 360p? No. We're starting over. All right, here we go. So I'm very proud. Yeah, my little rabbit truck. Yeah, Perry's taller than the truck. Yeah. I'm very proud of that. It got to show off my truck that people don't often get to see, and we got to see my my wife's little bit of her flower garden as it was first propping up in April of that year, which I was honestly that was the inspiration for this. I was outside and I happened to look at it and I was like, boy, that looks like a Wes Anderson character would be sitting right in the middle of it. Like this is literally just our front yard. Um, Yeah, so a little bit of filmmaking, me getting a little artsy. I said nothing, but honestly, it got a huge response. People loved it, which did lead me to do something similar shortly thereafter. I'm going to show another short film sketch that was to hype up a match. And Rip Bison claims he doesn't like doing comedy. He doesn't like to be a part of comedy sketches. He's a liar. He is a liar. This was an idea that I had for a little sketch for a match that we had at Blitzkrieg in May of 2023. So this was a little less than a month later. This was like maybe two weeks later I was filming this. And this was another thing where we don't speak the entire promo. So I'm going to go ahead and make sure this is actually playing in high quality. All right, here we go. This is another little bit of Perry filmmaking. Yeah, pretty pleased with that. Convincing Rip to do the big the underwear scene out in his driveway, just in broad daylight with all his neighbors around. That was a lot of fun. Yeah, so there's a couple of little video skits. But I saved this for last. So I'm a huge fan of doing really weird stuff in wrestling matches. I think anytime you're given a chance to perform in pretty much any situation, you should be weird. You should do something different, something strange, stand out, and have fun. Um, when I was in California in, let's see, I'm going to get the date here. This is June 2015 in Santa Cruz, California. These are the tapings for a company called Beach Slam. And if that sounds like Hood Slam, it's because it was. It was run by the Hood Slam people, but it was their Santa Cruz show, and it was on the beach. We were right next to the beach at this terrible, shitty warehouse venue. And they had a punk rock band open the show, and my tag team partner at the time, we were both rich snob characters. His name was Alexander G. Bernard, and together we were known as the XS Express. Um, and we had this silly idea. I had a singles match, and halfway through the match, before I had even locked up with my partner, with my opponent, my tag partner had wandered over to the stage where the band had been, and through the mic started shouting, "Perry, Perry, they left everything plugged in." So I called a timeout, which the ref for some reason agreed with, and I ran out of the ring, and I made my way through this packed punk rock audience up to the stage. I took the guitar, my tag partner took the bass, and their drummer was sitting at the drums. And we literally turned to him, having not clued him in we would do this. And I just said, "Hey, do you know?" And then I told him the song, and he said, "Yeah, man, I know that." And so this is in the middle of a match that I had in California. It should be noted at the conclusion of this, the ref starts to count me out. I force my way back to the ring, and I am immediately conked by my opponent and pinned. So this was the whole match. So mid-match, we sneak out of the ring to do this. So that was that's a moment I'm really pleased with. I've had a few moments where I've played musical instruments in the ring and done weird little non-wrestling things. Um, and yeah, that was one that actually paid off really well. Like it worked out great. I think the entire match, beginning to end, the footage is about 3 minutes because we circle. My partner calls me out to play the song. We play the song for about a minute before I hear the count. Then I have to push my way through the fans to get back. I run in the ring and immediately get rolled up. Pretty great. So yeah, there you go. We got 3 videos on a Perry lore drop on a Wednesday night. We hit a level 3 hype train. We are, I think we're 1 sub from the sub goal. Oh no, we're past. We broke the sub goal. Joey Nails put us over. That's right. I remember that now. Joey Nails and Soda Pop throwing all the gift subs and a whole bunch of bits. We're about 2/3 of the way to the bits goal. So we're pretty close to paying off the mic that arrives tomorrow that I already bought. So yeah, that we are going to call that a stream, and we're going to call that a very productive stream. And I will be back tomorrow night, 7 o'clock, going live with Mr. Johnny Torres for our co-stream.
You can't give up.
Whoa.
You gotta stand right up. You gotta run to a window and say,
Hey, these floors are dirty as hell, and I'm not gonna take it anymore. Thank you, Dizzy Hellfire. Always, we are creeping up on that bit goal. Thank you so much. Thanks everyone for hanging out. I hope you enjoyed the lore drop. And if you're tuning in late, if you happen to just stroll in and you missed some of it, it'll be on the on-demand. It'll be up on the YouTube in a few days when this one goes up. So be sure to check it all out. Again, tomorrow night, 7 o'clock, I'll be here with Johnny Torres, co-stream of No Rest for the Wicked. And then this Saturday, Pro Wrestling Grind in Florence, Mass. I go one-on-one with Delmi Exo, a grudge match, a friends match, teacher versus student match. Honestly, kind of a sibling rivalry. She's like a little sister to me. I was the best man at her wedding this summer. So going to be great. We've never had a one-on-one match, so looking forward to it. In the meantime, before we log off here, we are going to raid somebody because we gotta share the party, make sure everyone's having a good time. I'm checking to make sure, see if any of our pals are online. Last night I jumped and raided someone, didn't realize that Jaime had gone live. We could have gone and hung out with Jaime. I don't see any of our immediate pals on, but I do know that Garrett Hunter, who wrestles as Strife in San Diego, who is a major part of Mega 64, he is live over on the Mega 64 channel. So we're going to raid them. When we get there, throw some Perry emotes, say hello, hang out, chat with them, let them know what a great time we had, let them know how great they're doing, and I will see you all tomorrow at 7 o'clock. And in the meantime, we had a level 3 hype train. It's a party out here. You know what we got to do on the way out the door? We got to rattle the bog. So here's a free rattle the bog on the way out the door.
We're going to do it in the style of the Drop Geek Murphys, everybody. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Rattling, 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 rattling,